All right, welcome to Change Catalyst. Today I have to say something very important in Change Catalyst. So Nigeria is assumed to be the giant of Africa, but I don't understand the giant that does not use his weight on the other nation. We call Nigeria corrupt. To what extent have we used this corruption to generate finance for Nigeria? We're supposed to be corrupt. I agree. Since we are all true, we're trained as corrupt nation. This is independence. One of the things that made us gain independence was the influence of the West in Nigeria. Their dominance, they are taking over of our resources. Now we are the giant of Africa. How many African nations are we taking their resources? We devalued our currency so that we increase exports, right? And up to today, our currency is still going down. The value is still falling. Yet we don't export anything because we stopped farming because of herdsmen, and we believe these herdsmen have sophisticated weapons given to them, to the same people that assume that have given us independence. Because if they sell weapons to these guys, we'll have troubles and we call them again to partake in our affairs. That means we are not truly independent. They always have a way to wrinkle into our head, and I'm not against that. Corruption is a thing that trend in end time generation. My problem is, to what extent is Nigeria government going to harvest our own corruption? We are corrupt people. Let's harvest our corruption. There are countries like Zimbabwe, they are weak African countries. I'm sorry if I mention them, I'm making this video troublesome. But to what extent is the government trying to harvest? Because those that came here, the Western people that came here to come and take from us, including our cultural artifacts, before resources, they did not leave us like that. They also grew our economy. They advised us to devalue our currency so that we can export to them, which happened. See how Abuja grew very fast. To what extent are we giving such helping hand to other African countries suffering? By exporting to them, increasing our value. We have to take what we have in Nigeria to outside country in the corrupt way that the world makes it corrupt. Look, okay, since exploring other people is one of the strengths to grow an economy. Having said that, you see, Nigeria, the big brother syndrome have to stop. I remember South Africa that is now against Nigerians. There was once a country our civil servants contributed from their salary to help them gain independence as a big brother. You know, we could have also exploited them. Okay, so we could buy car now from Zimbabwe, and it will be far cheaper than buying that car from US. So why not just send our traders to Zimbabwe to go and buy these cars and bring to Nigeria? This is Change Catalyst. We just think there are ways we could still be the giant. These are ideas that thrives in this generation, not building road and building streets and putting street lights. Government has to come out with initiative that will sustain Nigeria over time. This Change Catalyst will create the change but remain unchanged. And I'm out.